Canada has a child predator crisis. A recent police operation in Ontario has exposed the alarming scale of online attempts to solicit minors and raised serious questions about our collective silence. Between November 2023 and February 2025, Peel Regional Police led Project Juno, an 11-day undercover operation targeting individuals attempting to pay for illicit services from minors. This sting, part of a larger joint task force across Ontario, resulted in 85 arrests and 165 charges, with 35 arrests in Peel Region alone. But the most revealing and disturbing figure wasn't the number of arrests. It was the 1,100 people who responded to the online ads, all within an 11-day period. That's an average of 100 inquiries per day in just one province in one operation in a country of 40 million. Nearly 90% of those accused were from Peel Region, with the rest coming from surrounding areas like Toronto, Woodbridge, and Kitchener-Waterloo. This wasn't the dark web, it was a publicly accessible platform, and the scale of interest left investigators stunned. What's perhaps most unsettling is that those arrested weren't hardened criminals or the dregs of society. Among the 85 individuals charged were teachers, students, small business owners, construction workers, retirees, and entrepreneurs. These weren't people lurking on the fringes. They were embedded in everyday communities, holding jobs, raising families, and appearing, on the surface, entirely ordinary. Some suspects sent explicit material. Others left their own children unattended at home to meet who they believed was a minor. Several attempted to flee and assault police in the process, and yet he'd be forgiven for not hearing a word about this from federal leadership or major media outlets, and that should concern all of us. There's a growing pattern across Western democracies of downplaying or outright ignoring the worst crimes imaginable. In the UK, it took years for authorities to acknowledge the widespread grooming gang scandals, and many perpetrators remain free. In the US, the Epstein case exposed a web of abuse involving powerful elites, yet his victims are still waiting for justice. And here in Canada, 1,100 men responded to an ad for a child in under 2 weeks, and it barely registered as a national conversation. Why aren't our leaders talking about this? Why isn't child exploitation treated as the nonpartisan crisis it clearly is? If a foreign threat had mobilized 1,100 actors in 11 days, the response would be swift and overwhelming, but when the threat is internal, when it reflects something broken within our culture, it's met with silence.